Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Mug&Play. I am Nick. Today we're playing more Beyond You. We took a little bit of a breather from it, but now we're bringing it back because I am really enjoying this game, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. I want to see what's going on though, because I have a feeling the game is yet to go full Doki, as we call it, where the game goes from being a fun, happy, fun time to crazy WT fuck is going on type thing. But let's get right into it. And when we last left off, we had just gotten out of that group chat, and we woke up to the sound of someone knocking on my door. Just... Dandleton, time to get your dandly ass out of bed. I slid out of bed and yanked my robe on. Wakey, wakey! I heard you, jeez. I rubbed my face with my hands, teeth grits, just... What was she using to knock? A battering ram? Well, no, because then the door will be open. Usually a battering ram is reserved for when we've gone past knocking. Whatever. Why are you here so early? I wanted to get to school early so we can work out a strategy. We might even be able to switch groups around. We can't change our group around. A thud against the door sounded. I could only assume Haruka had slapped the door. Just don't talk back, door. Don't be so negative. I'm sure we can convince someone to change, or force them. Haruka, you need to let this go. We were working with them. You might as well get used to it. Silence followed my words, and so I took my time to get dressed. It didn't take long, though I would miss those extra 30 minutes of sleep. Once dressed, I opened the door and nearly ran into Haruka. Just get out of my way. She looked me once over, then turned her on her heel to walk down the stairs. I followed quietly, not wanting to argue. After a brief breakfast of toast and some juice, we were out the door. Just like in anime school. Piece of toast crammed into our mouth, running down the street. My house was silent, as neither of us spoke. I mean, do you not have family? But whatever. That and my parents were asleep. How did Haruka even get in? She's like, oh, don't worry. I have a key to your place. Don't ask how or why, but I do. We had a spare key, and she'd seen me use it before. That's it. And see? Pretty sure she had anyway. The walk to school was starkly different than yesterday. We'd raced like kids then and made jokes. Now I was in step with Haruka, who hadn't spoken since my house. I should let's reassure her. Let's try and stay positive. The silence had become overbearing, and so I nudged her with my elbow. Just, hey. Love you. Just like you do when someone's mad at you but you care about them. Just whatever. Still dick. My best friend, Haruka. Being in a group for class isn't going to stop us from being friends. Haruka dipped her head away, as if to disguise her face. What if they like you more than they like me? Oh, don't worry. That's not an if. That's a certainty right now. It'd be easy for you to just... She trailed off, her arms crossed against the autumn weather. Just what? I leaned to see her face better, though that didn't do much. Forget about me. How could I forget about you? You never let me. We both laughed, though her laughter wasn't as cheerful as usual. Aw. I straightened up, a frown on my face. We have to be in a group, one way or another. Everyone else in class hates us, so no, they hate me. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You have other people to be hard on you. She frowned, glaring at the pavement in front of her. She was brash, competitive, and incredibly defensive. It was in her nature to assume the worst of others. It balanced out my endless trust. How about, I'll try today, just to be nice. It's a start, alright. But if they get grabby with you... Haruka didn't continue her statement, though she did punch her fist for effect. I laughed, my brows angled in confusion. My hero. Aw. It's usually a princess who gets saved, but I guess you can be a prince. Aw, thanks. Just butter me up beyond all nice. We arrived at school earlier than necessary, thanks to Haruka's nerves. At least she'd given up on trying to change groups. I hadn't seen the other girls in my other classes, though I knew they must be around. I was too overwhelmed with the pressure of performing well in each class. We didn't have science until the afternoon, and the day went by in what felt like seconds. Just like that. Haruka and I turned up to science with a few minutes to spare. We were eager to make up for the lateness the previous day. I saw Aiko, though the other girls weren't there yet. Oh, hello, Dandleton. Hey, Aiko. She had several sheets of paper in front of her, splayed across the desk. Doing some reading? They're club application forms. I just got them from the office. But now that I'm reading them, these forms seem more like permission slips. Yeah, they're for if you have to leave campus with your club. If you want to join a club, you just meet up with whoever's the club president. Oh, that isn't like our old school. I know it's a different school, what with it not being burned down and all. I don't mean to compare them. I'm just not used to it. No need to apologize. You weren't sure how it worked, so you asked. That's how it is. It's the office who told you that you needed all those forms. They didn't seem to question me. Strange. It's still good that you want to join a club. Aiko nodded, her hands clasped with excitement. Fuck yeah, I'm going to make the best club ever. I thought it'd be a wise move, given colleges prefer people who are socially active. Are either of you going to join a club? Let me spell this out for you, Aiko. Haruka raised her hands to gesture with each word that followed. We don't do clubs. Thought you were going to try to be nice today. Ah, why not? Because clubs are for lamos. We just don't. I'm not going to force you into one, but they are worth considering if you want to stand a chance. I already know where I'm going, and Dandleton is so smart they could start their own college. I don't think that's how that works. 2 colleges! Why would you? 100! Haruka, I'm just saying, showing off you're in a little group of losers doesn't make you better for college. How do you know they're losers if you don't spend time with them? It's like, because I'm not spending time with them. That's the clearest indication that they're losers. Sounds like you applied for a club and they turned you down. Oh shit. No. Why would I care if a club turned me down? I mean, why would I apply for a club? I never heard that Haruka applied for a club, though she did begin to make her hatred for them sometime last year. I'm sorry if people in the past have hurt you, but if you go around rejecting everyone first, eventually you'll succeed. Sometimes success isn't a good thing. Aiko went to take a seat, her gaze focused on the paperwork she'd collected. It was more permission slips than anyone would ever need. I don't go around rejecting people. People just don't like me. I don't know. I'm just saying, sometimes you need to look inwardly and ask yourself, hey, am I being an asshole? It's worth a shot. Look inwardly. You never know. Because you don't give them a chance to get to know you. There's not much to know. Whatever. Haruka took her seat, disengaged from everything around her. She was fidgeting with her buttons on the suspenders of her skirt. I took my seat by the window and watched the other girls fill in. Kana and Yumi offered greetings in the form of a wave each. Others began to file in the room, talking amongst themselves. I couldn't tell what was being said, but people looked confused as I felt. With this disjointed nature of the groups, I had to wonder what exactly would happen with our classes. Before I could say anything, Mr. Saito entered. The room fell silent, and he began to set up for whatever presentation he had organized. Given that we had our science class mixed into one, yeah, this was gonna be a mess. The curriculum for this year will be broken down into sections. Additional specific classes will be offered as lectures. As such, choose your focus carefully. This could decide your fate. I frowned, unsure what to make of this. It sounded like they were going to run our senior science classes like a college. No doubt it was because of the change in class sizes. The school gained all these students from Minami. Whatever, as long as I was able to maintain my grades, it didn't matter how the information was delivered. The first week will be spent on a topic external to the main topics. As such, consider this a getting to know you sort of week. It will be graded, however, so don't think it's time to slack off. Haruka shot me a smile, accompanied by a thumbs up. I had to smile in return, at least thankful she was in better spirits. Alright. The class began to separate into their groups. For some, it seemed easy. They had decided their groups, which meant they knew how it would be split. Everyone had picked their best friend or their partner. I had Haruka and then a few strays from Minami School. Other students from Minami School seemed to have settled into the crowd as familiar old classmates. You'd hardly be able to tell them apart, which meant it was the moment of truth. Hey, so I'm just sorry, I guess. But I'm not even that sorry, I didn't even do anything. What the heck was that? I think an apology, but it's okay, really, no apology needed. Yumi rolled her eyes, her hands in motion. Aiko pushed Yumi's hands down. Yumi signed something else, and the pair kicked into conversation, both their hands shifting in ways I couldn't understand. I don't know. Aiko looked annoyed, though, and Yumi smiled. It was an apology, yeah. We're a group, and I want to get through this year, you know? I'd still be with the other girls, no matter who I choose to work with. But they'd be the one I'd be working closest with. I had to rely on them to make the right choices. And I had to hope they were focused on the same avenue of study. That is, if study was still the most important thing to me. I'd done so well in school, even before the craziness. One mixed up science class couldn't ruin everything I worked for. Could it? Maybe. Oh, I gotta choose. Oh man. I am gonna choose. And the one I'm going to choose is going to be decided next time on Mug and Play. They're just kidding. I'm gonna work with Yumi. All right. I had you for a second. I think Yumi and I would work well together, just because she's a mysterious character. But we're gonna figure out more about that next time on Mug and Play. It's like that decision will be made right now. Yeah. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Look at this. Listen to this music. It's so ambient and vibrant and wonderful. But don't worry, Haruka. We're still gonna be friends. Don't worry. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to hang out with me live, but not in person, but live on the internet computers or on, your phone or your tablet or your PC or something like that, you can hang out with me at Twitch over at twitch.tv/mugandplay, where I play games live, usually Mario Maker and Stardew, but sometimes I do art as well. It'll be a lot of fun. But thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.